there's only one guy that has the experience with paranormal activity like this.
Are you actually thinking about talking to him about this?
Hell, we called him last year and he was our only hope then.
Yeah, that's true.
It's worth a try, right?
Yeah, I guess the only thing we can do is give him a call.
Let's give him a ring.
Alright. Hey, Kenyon.
Well, hey, cool.
Are you busy?
No. What do you want?
We need your help with the Nog Mile video again.
Cole, no. I told you. That's not my life anymore. I have a peaceful life here in the country now.
Well, what's a soft city boy like you doing out in the country? You need to come help us.
I'm not going back.
Okay, what about this? What can I do to make it worth your while?
Well, I guess if you put it that way, there is one thing you could do that may help your chances. You could tell everybody that you know that I'm funnier than you.
Easy. No one in their right mind will believe that. I'll say it right now. Kenyon, you are funnier than I am.
I need you to say it with a straight face.
But you can't see my face.
Okay, well, that's my offer. Let me know what you say.
Dude, I'm not sure we should have called him. He did the exact same thing as last year.
What
He said he can't do it. He's in McKinsey, Alabama, and that he is having a great life with his wife and kids in the middle of nowhere.
That soft city boy.
Right?
Man, what a soft city boy.
Dude, he can't do anything.
No. Okay, what are we gonna do now?
He told me to tell people that he's funnier than I am, and I did, but he told me to say it seriously. He told me to say it with a straight face, and I told him he couldn't see my face.
Well, how could you expect anyone to say that seriously when it's such an asinine statement?
I don't know. I mean, it was just on the phone.
Well, we're just gonna have to do it without him.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you guys won't believe this, but I just have to acknowledge the fact that there is a carton of eggnog that has been chasing me since McKinsey, Alabama, on my way all the way to this living room. We had a tussle in Nashville, and by the time we got to St. Louis, I think I lost it, but it caught up to me. Oh, we're good, okay. Now I know what you're thinking. Why is someone as amazing and talented as me in your living room when you're trying to make the Nog Mile after I said I wouldn't do it? Well, it's because after I started thinking, if I didn't come back and do what you begged me to do, the production of the Eggnog Hype video that you would have been making would have been a complete disaster. A crash and burn. Trash Bandicoot everywhere. So, in order to save what piddly performance you would have done, I have come back at this time to give you 1 ounce of my artistic talent to make this the best video we've ever made. Let's do it.
He said piddly.
Hold on. Did you just say eggnoglage? Ooh, excuse me, dude. What?
Hello and welcome to the 2017 Nog Mile Hype video. I'm the best host, Cole Rockhold.
I'm Kenyon Briggs.
And I'm still Cedric Gibbs.
And today, we're going to be talking about some of the competitors who will be racing in the 2017 Eggnog Mile. We have some predictions to make, some accolades to reminisce, and we may just have some fun along the way. So, stay tuned.
Probably not, though.
First, we're going to talk about men.
Let's jump right in. Harrison Harmon.
I know him.
I've seen him.
I know him too.
Big calves.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see impressive performance from the first ever Eggnog Mile winner.
The thing is, though, he works now.
He's a full-grown man.
Yeah, he's having to
he
run
makes up.
on his lunch breaks. Is that going to affect him at all?
Absolutely.
If anything, I think it makes him stronger.
You
He
think?
has to drive, he has to push forward, he has to want it now.
Okay.
And he does it.
It's not coming easy.
He sits in a chair all day getting fat and out of shape.
If I had to describe him, that would be it.
I mean, yes, he qualified
Just
for the
kidding,
Boston and the New York Marathon, but this is the Eggnog Mile.
Oh, this is a completely
Way
different
harder.
monster.
Those are the Eggnog Mile is so much harder than a marathon.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, I mean, someone had to. You know, honestly, I think Harrison's just a top 10 guy.
I say he is barely above the top half, but doesn't crack the top third.
That doesn't tell us anything.
Well, you know, I came into this discussion with a little bit higher outlook for Harrison. You guys have pointed out some really important facts, and I don't mean to be,
A Debbie Downer.
disrespectful
Well,
here, but
A Derek Downer.
he's going to finish last. Next up, an interesting subject here is Jeremy Jordan. What do you guys think?
He took second last year, but the guy who won is not coming back. Caleb Teague already ran an Eggnog Mile.
That's right. So if you are into math, if the first place person does not show up, but the second place person does, I'm not into math, so I don't know what that would mean, but he has a good chance of doing well this year.
I think the math speaks for itself.
Yeah, the facts are right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say?
The next runner we're going to talk about is Colton Zachary Rockhold. Hailing from Truman High School in Independence, Missouri, Cole is what many of us would consider a friend and a decent runner. Cole's most recent accomplishment has been being named All-American in cross country, and he has ran a sub-4-minute mile indoor track last year. Cole likes to talk a big game when it comes to the Eggnog Mile, but when it comes to the Eggnog Mile, Cole is not going to be putting up a big performance. Cole has a history of doing poor in the races that he does run at the Eggnog Mile, and sometimes not racing at all because he's too concerned about hurting himself or he's afraid of the competition. Some have considered him a LeBron James-like character, but that is not Cole at all. He's small and pale and skinny, and he's just not going to do very well at the Eggnog Mile this year. My prediction is bold. He's going to talk a big game and then finish middle of the pack. Cole, if you're listening to this, I would like to see you do better, but I know you're not.
Already, the last of the men on our list is Flying Roared.
No, I think you mean Ryan Flord.
No, he said it right.
Really?
Flying Horde.
Are we sure? It could be Ryan Flood?
Ryan Flood.
No, okay,
I
look,
don't think that sounds right.
the bottom line is Cyan Moore
Yeah.
finished fourth
Close.
place last year, and he's still in high school. I mean, he's literally gonna be a boy amongst men,
Yeah, he could be.
and the biggest race of his career.
Oh, by far.
Oh,
by
easily.
far. Yeah.
Last year, a fourth place finish. How does that translate to this year?
Well, you see, we're hoping for more competition this year, but fourth place in last year.
Oh, we can't discount that.
No,
No.
not.
It's a finish, but
Yeah, he finished.
Oh, yeah.
the Bill Belichick mantra. On to the next one.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do it this year,
Jay-Z, Bill Belichick.
Yeah, last year was last year, this year is this year.
Yeah.
right.
Nog still Nog.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah.
I'm predicting a top 15 finish.
Ooh.
You know, I'm going to give him some credit because last year he ran pretty well. I think in the competition that we're going to have this year, I think he could finish in the top 8.
I don't think he cracks the top 10. Nothing against you, Ryan, but this is a big deal. We're going to have a lot of fast people, and you're fast, but the Eggnog Mile, what is different about than a lot of other races is there's eggnog involved. And there's no way to train for that. There's no way to simulate that. You just go out there and give it your best shot. I hope you prove me wrong.
And now let's start our conversation about the women in this race. And let's start off with a chat about Mariah Wimble.
Yeah, Mara Fengel has won the Eggnog Mile for the past 2 years in a row, which means she's on pace to be the first ever woman to win 3 Eggnog Championships in a row. It's never been done before. She's currently the record holder, but we're expecting some fiercer competition this year. So does the champ from the past 2 years, how does she do this year?
I don't see anyone beating her.
No, I mean, she obviously has the experience. She's been through it 2 times. She's won it twice. She knows what she's doing. She's just going to go out there and perform.
She knows what it's like to win. She's a winner.
Yeah.
Mariah is just so talented.
Mariah. You do it.
Yeah,
you win.
Get that right.
You win. It's Mariah.
First off, I don't think Mary will even crack the top 5, and here's why. She's been the champion the past 2 years, and that's a lot of mental baggage to carry around. She's not going to train as hard, and she's not going to be ready for how hard the other competitors train because they're looking to take down the champ. Second off, it's just a tough race to begin with, and after a certain amount of times, you just can't expect someone to perform at their very best 3 years in a row. 2 is incredible, and Mary is going to go down in history as, one of the greatest runners of our time, but I don't think she's going to do it this year.
I won't stand for this. Mariah, Mary, whichever we've decided. I think it's Mariah.
I thought it was Marion.
Millie.
Could be Millie. I think it's asinine. It's ridiculous. It's so disrespectful to say that she wouldn't even finish first here because we have to expect that at this point. We have to.
Yeah, but you only have one statement. He had 2.
That is true.
2 reasons.
Maria, please prove us wrong.
It's Maria?
Just settle us down. The next woman we're going to be talking about is Ami Marx. The last 2 years, Ambo took second place in the women's Eggnog Mile races, and that is why I think she is in a fantastic position to take first place this year in the Eggnog Mile. Now, unlike some people on the panel, I can't speak to Ambo's personal achievements, but what I do know, she has the capacity to blow the socks off her competition. And if you're listening to this, Ambo, I hope that you take my charge and you make me proud by being the first place finisher this year in the Eggnog Mile.
Next is Sierra Spindler. She won the first lap 2 years ago, and we think she's back.
Yeah, so Shamara has proven that she has the speed capable of winning 1 lap. But the problem is that the Eggnog Mile is 4 laps.
It's true.
So, Shamara, she's fast. But when you put Nog into the equation, anything could happen. I do want to say one thing. I think Shamara is going to prove to be a top 2 finisher. I think, we've already said that, Maria is going to be at the bottom of the barrel, and Amia is going to not do too well. But Shamara, I can't imagine anyone, maybe, Coach McKinney, maybe she will do well, but I think Shamara is top 2.
I think Sierra is top 3.
I think she's a clear second. She may have the speed down the stretch if it's a close race to outkick Mariah, but I really think I think she's locked in there at second, and I think that's a good showing.
All right, so we've foreshadowed the returning men, the returning women. Now let's turn our attention to the newcomers for this year's race.
First up on our newcomers is Victor Mageshe. He's a man that we've seen run very well throughout his high school career, and he's a man that I think at this point has probably earned the title of king. He's a state champion in cross country. Now, we've seen this man succeed. We know what he's capable of, and that's the very reason that I think this man has a chance of possibly, I'll leave it at possibly, breaking the record for the Eggnog Mile. He has the speed, he has the talent, he has the drive, he has the desire, and I just think we should expect a top 3, maybe a top 2, maybe even a top 1 finish at this year's Eggnog Mile, and that's just how it's going to be.
Next up, let's talk about Phil Hudnall. What do you guys think about him?
Well, we've already seen his results in the beer miles that he's ran. He's dominated those. But the question that's got to be on everybody's mind, what is the difference there between drinking some beer every lap and drinking some thick eggnog every lap? What
The viscosity, I think, is definitely going to play a role.
has to?
Totally. I mean, there's one thing when you drink beer, but when you drink eggnog and it cakes your throat and then it has a tendency to want to come back up later, it's just a totally different atmosphere. I feel like you have to even train for it differently.
yes.
You take out the carbonation, but you're adding
You're
thickness.
10 pounds heavier by the end of the race.
Oh, easy.
So let's talk about how do we predict he's going to finish.
I say he wins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bold.
You know, that may not be too overbearingly bold because we've already seen that he has the ability to run a mile on a track with some sort of liquid in his mouth, be it beer or be it eggnog, you know?
Yeah.
I won't be too brash to say that he'll finish first, but I think he definitely has a top 3 finish in the cards.
See, Cedric, that's where I'm going to disagree with you. I think Phil is going to think he has what it takes to do this race. I think he's going to just crash and burn. I think it's going to be rough cuz eggnog is it's a totally different beast. I think Harrison Harmon beats Phil.
Wow. And we said Harrison was top 10, top 15 area.
Yeah, in the average pack with
Well,
me.
Phil, I'm rooting for you.
Me too. I would love to see a newcomer show up the field. Next up is UCM freshman Mariah Elmore. From what we know, she won all conference at UCM this year in cross country, and I mean, she seems to be pretty good. Thoughts?
You know, let's just get this out of the way. It does say that she's just interested in the event on Facebook, but let's be honest, that's good enough as going for us. So
Yeah. I mean, please just show up.
we
I mean-
we need more people there, please.
I also said I was interested in the event, but
I am going. Yeah, if you are watching this and you haven't confirmed on Facebook, just
let's take this time.
just
to
say
please,
going.
Please.
You know, just hit the
It helps
going
us
button.
plan.
I'm going to the Eggnog Mile, December 23rd.
Mariah, we expect big things this year.
Big race. Top 3. Run hard. Drink the nog. Big W. Eat the W.
All right, so we've gone through the men and the women and the newcomers. We're ready for the race, and so we know you're excited as well. We just want to make sure we run through a couple of the important details. First, the race is going to be at the Kansas City Police Academy track in Shoal Creek this year. So it's not where it's been in the past. It's going to be at the Kansas City Police Academy this year.
December 23rd.
December
north of the
23rd.
river.
Noon start, and we're combining the men's and women's races. Bring your own eggnog.
BYOEN.
It is 1 quart. None of that light stuff.
Nope.
Then
We will provide cups, and we will have tables there. Get there a little bit early so you could set everything up.
And warm up.
That's right. This is a real event. We're gonna have real timing. We're gonna have everything. So
Real people.
prepare for it as you would any other professional race.